years, Gary Cohen has helped represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. For more information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthis, you can find it at the website, parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Following program contains language and audio images which may be found disturbing and may not be suitable for your snotty-nosed little brat who probably cusses like a sailor behind your back anyway. Parental discretion is advised.
Daddy, I'm coming to see you at visiting hours next week. Mama ain't been doing too well, I'll tell you more when we speak. And Billy's loving high school. He's out there blocking for JV. I'm sure he's gonna come around by the time you get released. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know.
It's time to holler down the pipe chase and rattle them bars, because we're going to do a prison show for you right here at beautiful old, historic old, exciting new KPFT Houston, from the heart of Montrose, where we all hope tomorrow will be a better day.
Dreams, I can see your freedom. I will hold you once more. The man with no visitors, no money on the books. Remember, David's always gonna be here. You're never so alone. This ain't my love. It's Friday night, the inmates go quiet. Listen for a voice they know. It's prison radio. Prison radio.
Well, it is Friday night, and we're at the prison show, and I hope that you're hollering down that pipe chase and rattling them bars. We're celebrating our birthday tonight, believe it or not. We've been on the air for 45 years, thanks to old Ray Hill. We miss Ray. We miss Ray a lot. But, man, a lot's happened in 45 years. Some of you old-timers can probably remember all kinds of stuff. We miss all the old-timers that used to hang out here. Some of them are still kicking, and some of us ain't. We miss Ray, and we miss Dewey, and Chuck, Marla. They're all passed away. But Linda and I, we're here tonight. Dani got a medical lay-in, so y'all keep her in your thoughts and your prayers. She got a virus, so she got a medical lay-in. It's better these days just to go ahead and stay home than it is to try and fight it and go on. And but we're here for you. Linda and I, we're here for you. We got a really good show lined up tonight. I was trying to do the video and do the phone and run the board, and then the camera fell. I mean, we were having a heck of a time. And Howard, bless his heart, he starts the show every night, and he does it on the music server so that I don't have so much to do whenever it first starts out. And it did the Gary Cohen thing, but it didn't go into the opening. So it's like, man, how come we always have to have gremlins? Hopefully you can see us. Hopefully it didn't fall down too much. But we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. If I have to here in a minute, I'll get up whenever the guests are speaking, and I'll try and adjust a little bit more. But I think you can see everything but the top of my hat, which is okay by me anyway. It is a Stetson, y'all. It's authentic. But happy birthday to the prison show, and 45 years. Can you believe that? Tonight we got a really good show lined up for you. I'm not sure if you guys can see it on the inside yet. It is on PBS, and I watched it tonight on YouTube. But it's a movie called The Strike, and it's very historical. It's about the hunger strike that went on in Pelican Bay. And so tonight we'll have on JoeBill Muñoz, he's one of the directors for the strike and a native Houstonian. And then we'll have Jack Morris, who was a Pelican Bay solitary survivor, advocate, and one of the strike's protagonists. Jack's out. I believe he's out. We'll talk to him here in a little bit. We'll ask all the details. But then we have Sharon McKinney, who's our executive director over at TIFA, and Brittany Robertson. She's a director of Incarcerated Support, Ad-Seg specialist with TPCA and Texas Prison Reform Activist. So we got a really good show lined up. But I think we're going to go ahead, if Linda don't have anything to add to all that, and we're going to go ahead and get started. And let's, Linda, do you remember how to get Jack and Joe both on there? No. Okay, so you hit the first one and get them on the air. And then you hit the first one again and lock it on. And then you go ahead and pick the second one. Hey, Joe, how you guys doing? Can you and Jack hear us both?
I can hear you. This is Jack.
Hey, Jack, how about you, Joe? Are you on there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice to be with you tonight.
Yeah, at least we didn't have gremlins in the phone. Hey, man, welcome to the prison show. I watched your movie, and, man, talk about some history there. We really appreciate you guys doing that. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it so that the listeners, if they haven't had a chance to hear it or watch it, then they can know what we're talking about tonight.
Sure thing. I can start us off here, Jack. Well, first off, it's really a privilege to get to speak with y'all tonight. As you said, I grew up here in the area, so it means a lot to be able to tell this story and been y'all here tonight, so I appreciate it. So the film is a feature documentary, many years in the making, about the Pelican Bay hunger strikes against indefinite solitary confinement, the use of long-term, decades-long solitary confinement that folks like Jack Morris here endured. But it's also about the protests against solitary confinement that were organized by folks on the inside themselves who came together and formed a large coalition and a movement both on the inside and on the outside that led to some significant changes in the way that California uses solitary confinement, and that eventually, without spoiling too much of the movie, would lead to a bunch of folks getting their freedom back and joining us out here and coming home. I'll let Jack add to that.
Thank you, JoeBill. First of all, happy birthday. 45 years. Man, that's an accomplishment. I wish you guys 45 more to come.
Yeah, and it's listener-sponsored radio, so it's not like we have a grant or all that stuff. I mean, every time we have fund drives, everybody donates money, and that's what keeps us on the air.
That's fantastic. We had something like that here when we were in Pelican Bay. It was called Sister Soul. And every day, every Sunday, she would come on for a couple hours, and it was our contact with the community through the bars.
Right. Yeah, I saw that on the movie. And we used to be on Sundays, but we moved to Friday nights because it's late night rack, and we found out because the brunt of our show is the shout-outs. So that's what we're here for. We want to get the word over the wire. And I know today they've got tablets and different stuff like that, but we still get a lot of shout-outs. So,
man, that's a pipeline to the community. Those shout-outs used to give us purpose for sitting up and listening to a radio show, and I'm sure that it serves that same purpose with your features as well, and the people that are calling in and simply wanting to tell their loved ones hello.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you. So tell us what happened over at Pelican Bay.
So, Pelican Bay was designed for the purpose of isolating those individuals that the California Department of Corrections termed to be gang members or gang associates, and labeled us all worst of the worst. So they wanted to find a location in order to put us in to try to isolate us from the community, from family, and from the rest of the institutions in the system. So they developed Pelican Bay State Prison. There are several facilities associated with Pelican Bay, but for our purpose, we're talking about only the security housing unit, which was called the SHU because SHU. And it was long-term solitary confinement for people that were classified as indeterminate. There were two classifications. You had your determinate term, where if you could pick up a case, or they could put you in the SHU, and you would do a term of 6, 9, 12, 18 months, and they let you back in the general prison population. But an indeterminate SHU was saved for those of us that the Department of Corrections classified as gang members or gang associates. For us, we were given indeterminate SHUs, meaning we were placed in solitary confinement for an indeterminate base based on their justification as to whether we would be an unreasonable risk to the general prison population, to staff, or the institutional security.
And what was their criteria? Did they have a legitimate criteria where you were like a confirmed gang member, or you had stabbed somebody or killed? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me give you an example. You talking to me right now?
Right.
You could be classified as an associate of a prison gang because I was classified as an associate of a prison gang, and for that, they could put you in solitary confinement indefinitely.
Or they do things like that.
And they use other things like drawings or books that you read. If you were black and you were reading a book on, say, George Jackson, they'd use that against you. If you were Latino and you were reading a book that had the United Farm Workers shield on it, they would put you in solitary confinement forever. If you were, depending on where you were. So the identifying markers were innocuous, and they were subjective based on what the prison gang investigative unit decided at that particular time would constitute activity of gangs or association with gangs. So me, myself, I was placed in there because they put me in a cell with an inmate that they later identified as being a gang associate, and they used his gang association to make me a gang associate, and that justified an indeterminate term, which led to decades of solitary confinement.
So this was in, 2010, 2005, 2011, somewhere in there?
The hunger strikes, there were 3 of them. The first one was in 2011. There was one in 2012, and one in...
Number one in 2012. It was July 1st, 2011, July 26th. September 26th, 2011.
2 in 2011, 1 in 2013. But there were a total of 3 hunger strikes.
And who's behind you? Is that Dorothy?
Dorothy? No.
No?
That's my wife.
Oh, okay.
Who's talking to me?
Yeah. That's your wife?
That's my wife, Dolores Canales.
Dolores, I'm sorry, I had the D part right. I'm sorry.
She's very well informed, and she keeps my story straight because we want the truth to be out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I apologize for getting her name wrong.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
We know it now.
I don't have the notes in front of me because I'm running the board and everything. I had some notes that I had at home, but yeah, please continue.
I mean, the system is kind of similar to that in Texas. I mean, I know you guys have long-term isolation in Texas as well.
Yeah, you got to be a confirmed gang member, and I'm not sure what the criteria is, but I think it's a little bit more strict than what that was. I mean, if somebody just blamed you for being it, I really think you have to.
I had not violated any rule or regulation, and there was many people that, for the same purpose, that had not violated any rule or regulation, but was classified as such, and we ended up spending decades in solitary confinement as a result of that.
Wow. So, Joe, how did you're a director of it, and you're a partner with another man, but how did you get involved with actually directing the film?
Yeah, because Good question. So myself and my co-director, who you mentioned, Lucas Gilkey, both directed and produced the film. It was an independent film, meaning we pieced together the film over many years through on our own until it was released at a film festival in Toronto, and then from there got picked up by PBS. But many years ago, during those hunger strikes that Jack mentioned in 2011, in 2012, and 2013, Lucas was following the family members of the hunger strikers who were also kind of organizing themselves as well on the street. Family members like Dolores Canales, not to spoil too much of the movie, but who was kind of protesting for her loved one inside, alongside many others out in Los Angeles and San Francisco, up and down California. So Lucas had kind of made a series of activism videos, of sort of videos to bring awareness to this issue, the use of long-term indefinite solitary confinement. But then Lucas and I, kind of fast forward many years, Lucas and I met in graduate school at UC Berkeley. We both, I grew up here in Texas, but found my way out to California, and we met there, and just started kind of decided that we wanted to make a film together. We had worked on on other films together, and long story short, one of the first interviews that we conducted, one of the first people that we met was Jack Morris. And we drove down from Oakland to San Francisco, or from Oakland to Los Angeles, and one of our first interviews, I remember we interviewed Jack for like 8 hours straight, because there was just so much to cover, there was just so much to talk about, and then the story just kind of took off from there. It wasn't overnight. It took about 5 years to make, but slowly we started meeting other guys like Jack who were in solitary confinement at Pelican Bay for many years. We interviewed prison administrators, former wardens, former architects who kind of helped design Pelican Bay, journalists and reporters who also kind of covered the protests. And, all those interviews are featured in the film, alongside a lot of archival footage that we kind of tracked down over the years, including the opening of Pelican Bay, and also some footage from inside Pelican Bay that was recorded confidentially during the hunger strikes. So it was a huge effort that Lucas and I both took on, and many years in the making.
So how many men have been released because of what happened at Pelican Bay? I mean, are we talking hundreds or thousands, or just a handful?
Because of the protests released from solitary confinement, I'm not going to be able to say the exact number, but it was upwards of 3,000 that the state conceded were being wrongfully held in isolation. I want to say 3,400, but don't hold me to that. Jack and Dolores might know better.
Yeah, so the hunger strike resulted in the security housing unit at Pelican Bay being closed down as a security housing unit. It also facilitated the release of other convicts throughout the state of California being released from solitary confinement, as well as other states and other countries. It had a tremendous impact on the way the system functioned, specifically here in California.
So how long have you been out now, Jack?
I've been in the free world about 7 years now.
And so you got married, and you got a good job, and
Oh yeah, I'm living the life, man. I'm living the life out here. I met Dolores. I didn't know Dolores when I was in there, and but we got married out here. We had a good time. We got married out here. I mean, I'm living life. It's wonderful being in the free world, because I can remember when I was. I believed that I would never see the free world again, and I had resigned myself to die in prison.
I can relate. I wasn't in the shoe. I never spent time in the hole, but I've done I just completed a 28-year sentence. I did 15 flat, but I did it in installment plans. But I actually got off parole. Last month, February 16th, I got off parole.
Wow! Congratulations, man.
It took me 35 years to complete a 28-year sentence. So.
Wow.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
So I was, I don't want to give away too much of the movie, but I really honed in on something, because I guess I could relate to it. But whenever you return to society, it really took some concentration to become a member of society again, correct?
Yes. I mean, after living in confinement for all those years, specifically in solitary confinement, I mean, I like to equate it to coming to prison and pulling up in a horse and buggy and getting out, and kids were walking around with handheld computers. You know, It was that dramatic. I mean, if anybody just thinks back, what was I doing and what was the world like 40 years ago? That's what I experienced.
Yeah, it's really rough. The first time I got out, I remember, we didn't have cell phones and all that. And then all of a sudden, people walking around talking on cell phones. And today I got an iPhone. And today I actually do IT work, but that's a whole different story. I mean, once you get back into life, and you just grow with it. So it's great to be back in the free world. It's great to have you guys here. I really enjoyed the film. Now, I know you were at Rice University, and we couldn't get you back, on the show back whenever you was at Rice University, but are you having other film festivals, or do you show the film other places besides on PBS and YouTube?
Oh, our calendar is absolutely full, but the listeners should know that right now you could go onto YouTube, punch in PBS, The Strike, and you could see the film. It's going to be on PBS through YouTube until May, and then they're going to take it down. But we've been showing The Strike around the country and in other countries. I mean, and we're going into law schools, we're going into juvenile facilities, we're going into high schools, colleges. People are having viewing parties. We encourage everybody to see The Strike, because it shows the resilience first of the population, the activism of the community, and how if people can come together and work towards a common goal, it can be achieved what they're looking to change.
Now, do you know if anybody the inmates have tablets now, or the incarcerated population have tablets? Do you know if maybe that film could be shown on those tablets? Do you think any of the prisons would actually approve it?
Well, we've gone into prison. We went into San Quentin prison, and we showed the film to the entire population, and they were ecstatic. I mean, they were, when you see something that you've experienced, you identify with that,
Well, it's a historical film. I mean, it's just, you've really changed life at a lot of prisons, not just in Pelican Bay, but I mean everywhere.
And we've changed, we've changed. We had people stand up and say, you know what, I was thinking of terrible things, and when I seen this strike, I changed my perspective on life. I was thinking about dying, and then I seen the resilience in this film, and I changed my life. I met a guy the other day, and I didn't even know that. He works for me, and he tells me, I took part in the hunger strike. He says, but what you guys did, and I said, stop. It's not what we did. It's what you and I and everybody else who contributed to this hunger strike and this change in narrative did.
Right.
Everybody that took part in this. We don't want to judge it about how you contribute, how much I contribute. the fact that you contributed, you're part of the change, and for that, we're thankful.
Well, we appreciate you guys a lot. I guess what I'm trying to get at is we have a channel on Adovo, which is an educational app, and it's free to all the incarcerated population that actually, I'm trying to get away from using that word because it's not a good word, inmate.
Right.
The incarcerated population can actually view our show for free. We pay all the costs for it so that it actually gets put out there. And we've already put out there, I'm Ready Warden. Have you seen that documentary by...
No, I haven't.
Yeah, Carrie Blackinger and different folks. They were just up for an Oscar. And so we put that on Adovo. And then we've got the prison show film. It's already won an award. It's about our show. And we put it on the tablets. But you think there'd be any way we could get it approved where we could put it on the tablets? I mean, we're in 45 states and have about 900,000 incarcerated individuals that can actually watch our show. So
that's probably a question for JoeBill.
Yeah.
He's probably able to do that.
You think you could get that approved, Joe?
Well, I mean, we'd love to try. We'd
Yeah.
love to try if you know what doors to knock on. But
Well, I'll send out the email later on to all the people that I've been emailing back and forth, and we'll see if we can get that ball rolling. And then I'll talk to Adovo and see if they think that they can get it approved. Like with I Am Warden, we had to make some reflective moments in there so that it's actually a teaching lesson, because sometimes the prison thinks that it's entertainment, or that it could flag some behavior issues or something, you know. And we want to make sure that the guys can and gals can actually see it. So, and I hate to do it. I know we could probably go on and on and on, but we have a couple other guests that are calling in, and they're actually on the line. So I appreciate you guys coming, and I appreciate you talking about it. And I will send out that email later on. Jack, congratulations to you guys. I'm glad to see you out and enjoying life, man. It's really cool.
Thank you.
And this is Dolores. This is Dolores. I just want to say really quick to all the families that are listening in, you know, it's a journey that seems to never end. Keep the faith, and we're all together as one in solidarity, just like that's how these hunger strikes were successful, in solidarity. And, you know, we're still going through stuff here in California prisons. Please don't think that it's a happily ever after now. I don't think there's such a word. And to you, welcome home, and great to have you home and see you hosting this show.
And so did you call that radio station? Did you make shout-outs and different stuff?
Excuse me?
The radio station that Jack was referring to earlier?
Yes. She used to have me on there almost every Sunday, KHSU with Sister Soul. And that's how we updated and let everybody, because they were so isolated, they didn't see the normal news and the channels. And so we were able to communicate, you know, the rallies, the protests, the shout-outs, just everything that was so important and so integral into keeping us all encouraged and inspired and keeping the fight going.
Yeah, well, we really appreciate you. Really appreciate you supporting the cause, and it's really great news that you and Jack got married. So
everybody watch the show. Watch the strike.
All right. I'm going to try and make it possible. You guys have a great night.
How that happened.
All right. Have a great night. I'll send you out that email. Thanks so much.
Take care, everyone.
All right. Well, that was really great. And Sharon's supposed to be up next, but I guess we got Brittany on the line. So we'll go ahead and get Brittany out there. Oh, you got to hang up with Jack. And yeah, you can't put all three of them on there.
Well, how do I get it? They wouldn't hang up.
Yeah, you got to X them out.
It wouldn't X out. That's why I
All right, well,
to her.
let's, I'm going to have to take a break here and get over here and help Miss Linda. You got to hit all three buttons, Miss Linda, but you're going to have to put Brittany back on hold so that you don't just right there, and I put her back on hold. You hit the buttons too many times.
I've never done the double call. This first time I've done that one.
There you go, Miss Brittany. How are you? Are you there?
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah, we have a gremlins on the phone and gremlins on the camera. It's a...
Y'all are having a day too. That's all right.
Yeah, so how you doing?
Oh man, I'm wiped. I am tired, but I'm doing well. Getting a lot accomplished and kind of spread all over a little bit of everywhere, but it's going good.
So how's everything on the inside?
Oh, let's see. All red. Repeated lockdowns and restrictive housing. The Texas equivalent to the shoe.
Yeah.
They're repeated, so we got the team members there filing grievances on the due process issues. Some of them are returned. Grievable time period has expired. However, they're repeated lockdowns, so it's never really expiring. So we're trying to work out that. The step 2's already been written and sent in. And with some of the relocating that they're doing right now, we'll end up getting some of those grievances elsewhere as well where they need to go. Other than that, let's see, they're doing a GED class on Wainwright for restrictive housing, so some of those guys are getting a little more education, and Mark Garber replaced the TVs that got burnt out in the summer heat.
That's good.
So the guys are able to get back on their programming. And the Ferguson unit is looking forward to their sober living restrictive housing area that they're also putting together for them. So there's some good stuff going on inside, but, they're also still struggling with the shortages. So it's moving. I see them making the effort. I know as thin as the advocates are spread, the people who are wanting to make the changes are spread just as thin. So trying to get the guys to remain patient and understanding that if they can get their grievances in, we'll get our end of the work done as well.
Well, patience is not our strong suit.
No.
So did you hear the previous interview?
Oh, absolutely.
Is it the same criteria in Texas? Can they just put you in as can they confirm you just on the basis that you were talking to somebody else?
So first, Mr. Morris, I was totally fangirling during the whole interview just because of, the strike and everything that they did in California, and the numbers that it let out of the shoe is similar to the numbers of people in the restrictive housing population right now in Texas. So as far as criteria, it does differ. It is a little bit more strict, but as far as having to commit any type of offense or crime to be related or to be tagged as a gang member, no. In most cases, a lot of these guys are nonviolent, small-time drug offenders. So the criteria, it differs a little, but, are there men back there right now who are classified wrongly? Absolutely. Are there men classified under, racial gangs of a different race that they're not? Yes. They didn't do a 23andMe test. They just simply looked at skin color and, determined what they determined. But there are some strict criteria, and I know it's gotten stricter over the years. And primarily just, with my experience in dealing with the men who are newly confirmed.
They're newly confirmed, but what's the average of people that stay in restrictive housing? Can they stay there forever?
So right now on our team, Mr. Gova, he's been in restrictive housing for 40 years. And, I'm not certain he is the longest, but I do know he's one of the longest because when I pulled public information for the number of people, 39 years, there was one number. But at this point, I'd just like to get him home. He's done far more than what was necessary to pay his debt. I think he's paid, most certainly more.
So the guys don't get reviewed from time to time and have a possibility of taking some kind of course or class or something to get out of the restrictive housing?
So yes, they are given periodic reviews. However, the timeliness of the reviews, for instance, is often out of date, I think is the best way to put it. But also the descriptions from, over the 50 men that I've worked with closely is you walk in for that review and they review the paperwork. They ask if you're willing to attend the grad program, which is where you debrief and denounce. So if they answer no to that, they simply mark that they'll remain in restrictive housing. So the determining factor on whether or not they will leave restrictive housing, primarily for the last 2 decades, has been, will you attend the grad program? So the review is, it's similar to California in the fact that it's in some ways a farce.
The grad program is somewhat of a farce?
No, the reviews, because your review or your chance of success, I guess we can say, during that review is all hinged on one program, and then there is issues within that program as well.
And
the wait list has been consistently long, for one, so, a lot of individuals, if they were to max out within the next year, I can't promise they'd be able to attend, and that in itself is disturbing.
So do we know anything about the program?
Yes.
I mean, who developed it? What is its purpose? Is it behavior modification? I mean, is it legit?
So as far as development, I'm not certain, but it's ran out of Huntsville, STGMO office. The program itself includes a year investigation period in which you're heavily monitored, your cells tossed frequently, your mails more strictly reviewed. There's certain things that they require, but they also require you to write a paper and answer, I want to say it's about 13 questions. And, a lot of the men, that's where they have an issue with the program. And not so much, their issue is somewhat, it's self-incriminating, but also a lot of these men have been back there so long, they got no info to give. And, when you don't have much, for instance, an individual who returned, he was kicked out of his gang. He returned, and he had some issues adjusting to the returning population grad, so they put him back, back there, but he still has to wait that period. But his issue is he didn't have any information to give. So there are cases where individuals will want to attend the grad program and something will hinder them, either, of course, their behavior or their perceived level of involvement in a gang to be continued. But, some of these men, I mean, you can't really be an active gang member in restrictive housing. The ability to gain information isn't exactly what it used to be. Now with the ability to communicate on tablets and the technology, I don't know. I have issues with the grad program, but
yeah, it sounds to me like there's
more
more investigating, because I'm just not sure who created the program and if it's legit, I guess is a good word for it. But I mean, is it like something that they use nationwide, or is it just something that Texas created?
So it involves other agencies aside from just the TDCJ. It involves the Taggett system, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with during your time of incarceration, but the Taggett system is a national, database that they can reference members in. But the overall investigating that goes into it, I'll admit I'm not as knowledgeable as I would like to be, but it's definitely not for a lack of trying through public information requests. but to get more clarification on the grad program, for instance, I asked for what was used to confirm individuals, and I ended up with a redacted sheet, and, it's full of redactions, so to get any more in-depth knowledge, I wouldn't get it.
Yeah. That's not very good. Somebody ought to know. They should have a class on it or something.
Right.
I don't know why everything has to be redacted. I mean, it's a secret society or something, right?
Well, also, if some things were a bit more transparent, if they were a bit more transparent about what they were looking for, I think their enrollment rates would change.
Yeah.
And not so much as they would decrease, but a lot of people are expecting something far different. If you up communication, the rumors that are believed on inmate.com go down. But that's not been the case. The transparency is not there for the program yet.
Have you been keeping up with Lee's?
What was that?
Have you been keeping up with the legislature? I mean, is there any
of
bills or anything that the guys need to know about? I mean, you've got about 4 minutes.
The team wrote some bills, and we also utilized the bill that came out of California as a study bill, and kind of rewrote it. But we have House Bill 3721, House Bill 3723, and House Bill 3725. That is study on solitary confinement, limitations on solitary confinement, and equal for STG members, and equal access to rehabilitative programming in relation to the crime of conviction. How'd I do on time?
You still got at least 3 minutes.
3 minutes beautiful. Okay. Absolutely. Okay, so there's also some more bills that I definitely want to cover for the TPCA. House Bill 153 and House Bill 5639 involving incarcerated veterans. You're looking for independent oversight and how to help support every advocate and family member in the pursuit of information. You're going to want to look for Senate Bill 2387 and House Bill 5565. In relation to law parties, you're going to want to look for House Bill 5058 and House Bill 3215, introduced by Leach and Dutton. If you're looking for compassionate release, you're going to look at Senate Bill 2756 and solitary confinement. Aside from the ones I already spoke on, we got House Bill 1409, which would limit for disciplinaries. Mendez also tapped in and really stood up. Senate Bill 2381, and then Representative Jones came in with House Bill 4764, and that's also for study on solitary confinement. So there's been some amazing bills. Also, the women's advocates. There's some bills written for the female population. Let's see, one of them is House Bill 1826, relating to depression screenings for women. While I don't, primarily advocate for the women's units, because I got my hands full on the guys' units, the importance of the bills regarding the women's units this year, having helped a woman who lost her loved one in one of the women's units in Texas this year, the need for the acknowledgement, of mental health being the primary cause of a lot of people in relation to incarceration, and the need to identify the state of the person we're bringing in, but also how we keep up with that, as life affects them. Out here, we have the ability to talk to people in our home if we had a bad day, but, if there's nobody there in that moment, and you have no one to talk to, you're only dependent on medical, to notice or acknowledge that you're in a state in which you're in crisis. So the women's bills this year, I think, are really amazing.
Is there a place that we can actually go and see all those bills listed, like TPA or your restrictive housing?
Absolutely. So if you want to find them on Facebook, you're going to want to go to the End Indefinite, hold on one second, End Indefinite Restrictive Housing and TDCJ page. The TPCA website, Texas Prison Community Advocates, they have a Facebook page, and that is a great source as well. It tells you how to provide comment on some of these when they open up for hearings. And then available, to everyone who's not on social media platforms, the Texas Legislator Online has a legislation tab, and if you go to bills and search bills by committee and select the corrections committee, it'll pull up all the bills for the 89th session. And
I was specifically looking for a list of what you just mentioned so that I could post it on the Prison Show page. So.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So I have the ones on my page, and I can get you links for the other posts if you want to grab those and do them.
Thank you so much. I'd really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
That way I could just share them over there. If you make it easy for me, it would be marvelous.
No problem. I know you got your hands full, and I hope Miss Dani feels better.
Yeah, we miss Dani. I don't have a little pom-pom thing to wave around. Ain't got nobody pole dancing tonight. So, I mean, it's kind of just Linda and I over here trying to get rid of the gremlins.
Right. I was wondering how hard it would be to send her a 3-foot-tall pom-pom pen.
It shouldn't be that hard. I mean, they make those big giant books and big giant candy canes, and I imagine you can. They do, but you got to order them special. Well, Itzy's probably got them, don't they?
I don't know. I ain't never been on there.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Maybe she needs one the size of the pole so she can do some more pole dancing with her big pom pom.
Oh my goodness!
All right. So real quick, because we actually went over time, but how can somebody write you if they wanted to write you? Do you have a snail mail address or?
I do. Okay, so that's going to be TPCA, P.O. Box 1974, Fulton, Texas 78358.
All right, guys, did you get that? She said it. Maybe she needs to say it one more time because you didn't have your pencils. But get your pencil out and get ready. Go ahead, Brittany. One more time.
All right. TPCA, P.O. Box 1974, Fulton, Texas 78358.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you coming.
You're welcome.
And you always bring such good news.
Yeah, I try. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, you have a good night.
You as well.
All right.
Bye.
Can you get Savannah on? You got to hang up on Brittany. Yeah, there you go. She's got it. Hello, Miss Savannah.
Hi. Hello. Good evening.
How are
you guys doing? I'm doing great.
Yeah, I freaked Sharon out because I was texting her, where are you? Why aren't you calling in?
Oh, Lord. I know. Well, I'm here. I have to touch base with her. I don't have that many updates tonight for TIFA. And actually, Brittany mentioned one of the bills that I was going to talk about because Sharon and Dr. Dominic worked together on that independent oversight bill.
Right.
Before I get into it, I just want to thank, Sharon and Dr. Dominic, they've really been rocking along just for our loved ones on the inside on a lot of different issues. And it's just been so helpful that they've been a constant presence down at the Capitol this session. So the Earned Time Credit Bill was recently referred to the Corrections Committee on the 19th, which was Wednesday. And so we are going to just encourage folks to call the Corrections Committee and let your legislator, or let the Corrections Committee members know that you would like to get this bill heard. And I always encourage folks to call their legislators as well, whether they're on the committee or not, because it's important that they know what you support. And again, I'm sure it's always mentioned, but just in case it is, and if you don't know who represents you can literally just Google who represents me and put your address in, and the information will pop up. So the earned time credit bill, for those that want to reference the Texas House Bill 2940, that's 2940. And then we have the independent oversight, the Senate Bill 2387, House Bill 5665, which basically would create a separate entity for oversight of the prisons, of course, for transparency, access to records, and just really separating it from the agency itself, so that it's fully funded and, you know, fully functional, right? Because we know sometimes, you know, fiscal is the number one response, right? Why things don't work. Well, we don't have the money. Money wasn't appropriated. So, you know, if we have it as a separate entity, of course, it would make it work for the people on the inside and outside. And honestly, for the agency, too, when you think about it. And so the other bill that I'm monitoring is the habit in exploitative labor in the prisons. And we did get the bill filed, but since it's late, it hasn't been referred just yet. So those are the bills that we are following for TIFA. We have been, let me give the address because I always forget before I end, because my memory is bad, but I'm going to go ahead and give the address real quick. It's P.O. Box 300220 in Austin, Texas, 78703-0004.
It's a lot of zeros.
And it is a lot of zeros. That's why I always read it, because I'll miss one, knowing me. But yeah, so those are our updates that I had for TIFA. Of course, Pascal and I are going in just to, you know, into the units to support different organizations and, you know, just uplift the men and women on the inside. So, always want to encourage everybody. And he has his music finally on the tablet, so you guys can listen out to that too. And I didn't know Dani wasn't there tonight. It's kind of quiet when she's not there.
She's not feeling so good. So
oh no,
she's got a virus, I reckon. And we I don't know. We wish her the best, but no offense, but we don't want her up here. We've all had it, and we're trying to keep the station clean. And if anybody even thinks that they might have something, it's better just to not come in. That's why we were, Linda, I'm on the air.
I know, but
she's not on the air? That's funny. She's calling back. Yeah, I mean, it's better for us to use the Lysol and clean everything. And somebody told me earlier to make sure I had a mask or something on, and that's not what we need to do. Is she really gone? She's back? There you are.
We started talking about Dani and the call dropped. Oh, my.
I was still talking. Yeah.
I miss you.
Yeah. Now, the station sent out an email and said that if you even think you might be sick, don't even come up here. And they want us to make sure we clean anything that we touch, just in case we might have something. I mean, it's going around. I had it. That's why we missed a whole show here a few weeks back. So. Yeah.
No, it's definitely better to be safe. Definitely better.
Pasquale got a new song out?
Oh, yeah. Pasquale has a new song called God's Baby.
It's on the prison.
And it's on the tablet featuring T-Strike.
From Live Loud Legacy Records from Florida.
Yeah, here you can tell.
I got a new song. It's a new song that is out. It's on the tablet. It's real cheap. And I made when brothers can get it. It's me and T-Strike from Florida. I met T-Strike when he came into the prison with Brian Trejo when I was on Caravan's about to come home. So he way in Florida, man. I've been building relationships with my brothers, man, in prison and out. And I just want to uplift the brothers. And now I want to give a shout out to all my brothers on Caravan. I'm coming tomorrow
Morning with Charm Ministry to Ramsey Warren Stringfellow. I want to give a shout to all you boys on them Gladiator Farms that's serving the Lord. Y'all go and be a light amongst men that's in darkness in Jesus' name.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's going to be at Stringfellow tomorrow. He's actually going to Word Meeting on the 28th with Worthy People, and we'll be participating in the marriage conference at Hughes Unit on April the 12th.
Yeah, very nice.
So,
is his song on the? He said it's on the tablets. Is it on the Pando app, or is it on over Adovo, or where's it on the tablets?
it's on the stream, like wherever they stream the music or purchase the music. I don't know how they do it, but
on the music app
it's
somewhere. All right, guys, you go out there and look for Pasquale.
Yep, God's baby.
Featured T-Stripe.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, that's such great news. You get out and you're already back in on the top.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, really amazing.
But that's all we have.
Well, we appreciate you calling in. I was trying to get Sharon. She's so busy. She's got so much going on in her life, and I just keep her in my prayers. So
I know. I was hoping she was able to call. Also, I know she hasn't been able to call in a while, but we'll just keep lifting up in prayer. And we all support her and we love her. And I just want to make sure everything's going okay. But I'm sure she misses everybody. She loves calling into the prison show. She loves y'all.
All right. Well, thank you for calling, Miss Savannah. Pasquale, you take care of yourself. Y'all be careful and let all the guys know on the inside whenever you see them tomorrow that we love them.
All right. You too, brother. Love y'all.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Was taken away, kneel down to say goodbye. Kiss me on my cheek, said you're the man of the house. Can still hear my mama's cry. My oldest son was sentenced today, makes my heart shamed and sad. I grew up fast, living hard on the streets, fighting for everything that I had. Scars on the inside, dirty secrets and empty lies, code of silence being an inmate's child. Scars on the inside. Inmates in this penitentiary are here for crimes they did. I hate myself for being locked up. Missed the birth of my youngest kid. Child grows up with their daddy being a number, not a name. Most of my life I've had bad luck, hearing freedom from passing trains. Scars on the inside, dirty secrets and empty lies, code of silence being an inmate's child. Scars on the inside, for visits that will never take place, from family and friends who've forgotten my face. This old dog will die in this cage, buried in the boneyard, the inmate grave. Don't mess with me, I'm the shot-calling man, respected in this prison land. If mama only knew I cried myself to sleep, became an inmate just like my dad. Scars on the inside, dirty secrets and empty lies, load of silence being an inmate's child. Scars on the inside.
you're listening to KPFT Houston. Support for KPFT and the Prison Show is provided by the Cohen Parole Law Team. For almost 40 years, Gary Cohen has helped to represent incarcerated individuals throughout Texas obtain parole and fight parole revocations. We protect those who have fallen short of perfection from the wrath of those who believe they have attained it. More information about Gary Cohen and his associates, Alan Bennett and Gene Anthus, can be found on their website at parolelaw.com. You may also contact them at 512-476-6201.
Well, we're done paying the bills. Actually, we appreciate Buzzy Martin letting us play his music like that. Buzzy's out in California, and that's why I was thinking about him tonight, because I know he's been, I don't know, Buzzy, have you been to Pelican Bay? Thinking about you anyway. We love your music, and we appreciate you, especially your Christmas. Mama, yeah, whenever I was on the inside, it really broke my heart that I wasn't able to see my mama on Christmas. So we're always there in spirit, aren't we? So we're going to get started with our shout-outs. I just wanted to say one more time, happy birthday to the Prison Show. Our birthday is March 20th of 1980, thanks to Ray Hill, and we already had one of the older guys, the older cats that started out with Ray. He called in, and man, you guys, if you can hear me tonight, we appreciate you. Some of y'all know me. I was just a youngster bringing Ray Hill a Diet Dr. Pepper whenever they were all on the air and whenever they were all getting out. And David Babb, I know you're retired and you're just hanging out these days, and I call you every now and then. I appreciate you. It's just, there's so many people that have come through the Prison Show over the last 45 years. And all the little girls that were singing, You Are My Sunshine and whatnot, they're all grown up now. And Miss Sylvia still calls in for Tokyo every now and then. But we appreciate you guys calling in. But it's your show too. So whoever's calling in tonight, this is your show just as much as it was theirs. And I know we keep mentioning all the old cats that are hanging out there. But man, we appreciate you calling, and we appreciate the show that it is today, because today we're in 45 states. And today, if you tell your loved one, if they're incarcerated, to look on the Adovo app, they're going to be able to watch us. We're here. We got the videos going. I also put audio on because whenever I was on the inside, I like to lay up at my bunk and put my headphones on, and I just close my eyes and listen, because all the callers that would call in would become my family, because it gave me hope just knowing that somebody out there loved us. And even if it wasn't my family, you became my family, because my family didn't call in. My mom would come visit me. My dad would come visit me. My daughter would come visit me. My daughter realized I was in prison because she watched the Apple Dumpling Gang. So, yeah, it's an adventure, and we're all in it together. We love you guys, and we're going to get on with some callers. Miss Linda, which one are we going to take? Miss Crystal? Yep. Miss Crystal, how you doing? You're on the air.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we sure can. Thank you for your text, but go ahead and make your shout out.
Yes, I'd like to make a shout out to the Coalfield unit. My cousin is incarcerated. His name is Tommy Cantu. Tommy, keep your head up high. We'll be home soon. Another shout out to the Marco unit, to my loved one, Terry Arnold, from his girlfriend Crystal. I love you. I can't wait to see you in May. Keep your head up high. Love you.
Thank you, Miss Crystal.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And now we're going to do Miss Annalisa.
Hello everyone, it's Annalisa. I hope you are doing well, and this is my message for my friend. Hello Isidro, hi my dear friend. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing something that makes you feel good. I hope you received the book and that you are receiving my emails. I'm well. I'm getting ready to go to work now. All good here. Finally it's warm, even if a bit cloudy, but it's not as cold as in the previous days. So spring probably is finally arriving. I send you my warmest wishes. Big, big hugs. Take care, my friend. Bye. Bye, everyone. Take care.
She's always so sweet, ain't she? Trish. You got Trish? Hello, Miss Trish. Are you there? Miss Linda? Did she not hang on?
I don't know.
You might want to hang on, put her back on hold, and let's. Who's next?
Cecilia.
Miss Cecilia. Hello, Miss Cecilia.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm Cecilia from Texas, and I wanted to say a little shout out to my little brother at the Ferguson unit. His name is JoeBill, and I just wanted to let him know that me and Dad are thinking of him. We pray for him, and I ask the good Lord to keep an eye on him, for him to stay strong. And we love him, and we miss him, and we hope to see him soon.
Well, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
All right. Good night.
First time caller. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Ava Maria. We're going to do Miss Ava Maria. I think we are.
Good evening, everybody. This is Eva Maria from Germany. I would like to greet tonight my pen friend Rodolfo Medrano and everyone else in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, especially those who have few or no friends and relatives outside prison. Today I pray especially for those who are ill, who are maybe in chronic pain or have a bad toothache, or who need medical attention, maybe surgery, or who have chronic illnesses, maybe also trouble sleeping or anxiety attacks. And I also pray for the staff who may have medical conditions and who are ill and have to go to work anyway. I know that this is not easy, and I pray for you all and wish you all the strength that you need. And especially for Rodolfo's eyesight problems, I hope that you will get new glasses soon. I've got one of Rodolfo's favorite songs, El Alfarero, or The Potter. I'm not going to sing it, I haven't practiced it yet, but I would like to read the first verse in Spanish and English. El Alfarero. Un día orándole dije a mi Señor, tú el alfarero y yo el barro soy. Modela mi vida a tu parecer, haz como tú quieras, hazme un nuevo ser. One day praying I told my Lord, you are the potter and I am the clay. Shape my life to your liking. Do as you want, make me a new being. Have a good evening, and thanks to all the volunteers of the prison show. Goodbye, Eva Maria.
Yep, let's try Trish again. Hello, Trish, are you okay? Are you on there? Trish? You want to make a shout out? I can hear you on there. Who are you calling for, Trish? All right, sweetie. We hear that you're upset, and we understand. I don't know if you want to pull yourself together and call us back later, or are you okay?
It works. It's just not drying my stuff.
Right. I understand. You want to make a shout out?
But it's better than nothing, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You're on the air. All right, Miss Trish. Well, we can't hear you, so we're going to go on and take another caller, okay?
I think you missed the stop right there.
All right. Have a good night, Miss Trish. She's talking to somebody else. Yep. Let's do Miss Gloria or Miss Lydia. Is Miss Lydia? All right. Hello, Miss Lydia.
Hi, good evening, good night. How are you?
We're blessed. How about you?
I'm blessed. We're blessed. We're all blessed. Yes. And I just want to give a shout out to my son, Beto. It was 5 minutes too late and the call was cut off. And I wasn't done telling you, but I'll finish telling you tomorrow, okay? God willing, we're live tomorrow, okay? It's a beautiful night. The wind has stopped some. It's not as breezy right now. And like I said, I have a lot of things that I would like to do tomorrow that I had on my list here. But I did go and get me some new glasses that I need. Tia Janie thinks I need. Yeah, because mine are all scratched. She keeps telling me that every time I see her. Get some new glasses. There's a bunch of dogs out there in the back with Anthony's dog, that Chase dog. There's like 4 or 5 dogs out there right now. And they'll probably be out there all night and won't let us sleep. We have the 3 baby chicks. They're still, all they want to do is eat rice. And, but they've survived, mijo. They're doing good. And Tia Patty's dog got her cheek a few minutes ago. She posted a picture where it had nipped her on the cheek. I don't know how. Maybe she was playing with whatever the dog's name is. But I said, throw him outside. But she just got a little scratch on her cheek. That was it. And Tina's baby Bella's doing better, mijo. She's doing great. And I'll call Frank tomorrow to find out more about what you were telling me about his robotic leg. I'll call him tomorrow. I didn't know about that. Okay? I love you. Miss you. Big hugs. And saludos to all the guys. And prayers for Blaine's mother. I've thought about her all day. And Moises Mendoza, know that you are thought of and in our prayers, you and your family. Okay? We love you. And I send my saludos to each one of you. And good night, mijo. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Drive safely, Linda.
Thanks, Miss Lydia, for calling.
You're welcome, David. Good night.
Good night. Miss Elizabeth, are you there?
Elizabeth?
Yeah, you want to make a shout out?
Yes, I want to give a shout out to my little brother, Hector Porras Jr., known as Boxer. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, brother. I love you and I miss you so much. I wish I was with you today to blow out that candle. Your family loves you so much. Your sister she's always crying I'm crying because I'm happy, brother. You know I love you. Te queremos, te amamos. And may God bless you, brother. I love you so much. Happy birthday. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for calling. Call us back sometime.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
All right. She hung up. She didn't want to talk to us. We got Miss Gloria. Okay. Hey, Miss Gloria.
Hi. Hey, David.
How you doing?
Well, I'm exhausted. My great-grandson just pitched his first, he's 8. No, he turned 9 today. Today's his birthday, and he pitched his first Little League game today.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I just got home from a birthday dinner where we ate, and we went to the place he wanted to go to because they had the best chocolate cake in Houston, and it was good. I'm going to give a few shout-outs, but first I'm going to give a shout-out to Sergeant Durden, who works in the kitchen, who
has been removing Muslims from the Ramadan list, saying they've eaten, and they haven't. And I've been getting reports from people at Pulaski and the Council on American Islamic Relations and some state senators and state reps have been clued in that even though you guys serve breakfast at like 3 in the morning or something stupid, you give the Muslims their breakfast after sunrise when they can't eat. And that is rotten, and y'all are mean and disgusting. And Sergeant Durden, I just got your name today, and I'm going to be calling my state rep and state senator and the people with the Council on American Islamic Relations and give them your name, Sergeant. Okay. Now that I've ranted, I'll say hello to a few friends. Charles Frettis, hope you're doing okay. I know Stephanie was panicking the other day when she couldn't reach you, but I understand that's all worked out. Hello to Jean Boxton. I hope your back is feeling better. George Curry, hi. I wish you would give me an update on the lawsuit you're involved in. T. Irvin, gosh, hope you're doing well. Spider, I hope you're doing well. Tony Ford, hello. Let me see. Anthony Haynes, I talked to your mom today, and she's doing fine, and she said she'd tell you. I said hello, but now I can shout out. George McFarland, hello. Ram, I hope you're doing well. I talked a little bit to your friend from Switzerland. I was hoping she was from the Valley because I was trying to get her to come lobby with us, but she said she was flying back to Switzerland. Robert Robertson, you are looking good, my friend. Elizabeth Lucio, I am so glad I got to talk to you for a few minutes in the visitation room the other day, and doggone it, the CCA needs to get on it and let you out. Thomas Morrell, I think, where did you go? Can the PAC unit hear us? Oh, well, they got the tablets.
They got the tablets. Everybody in Texas can hear us. And then 44 other states. Including Pennsylvania.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and in Pennsylvania, I'd like to say hello to political prisoner Mumia Abu-Jamal. I hope you're doing good, and also Bryant Arroyo in Pennsylvania. Hello. We haven't met, but I keep up with your fights through Workers' World newspaper. Clinton Young, bless your heart. I hope you're doing good. Dolly, we haven't met, but I was sorry I couldn't talk to you in the visitation room, but you were on the other side. But anyway, hello. And my friend Erica, oh my God, we had such a great visit. I can't wait to come back, even though it's, oh my gosh, almost a 4-hour drive to the women's prison, which I guess for Texas isn't that far, but after I can make it to the men's death row in an hour and 5 minutes. So anyway, Jeff Wood, hello. I hope you're doing good. Nanan Williams, hey there. Rob Will, hello. William Spear or Bill Spear, hello. Terry Washington, hello. I guess that is it. Anthony, I talked to your mom today because tomorrow we are having a training for Death Penalty Lobby Day, and State Representative Christine Morales is coming to train us, and then the next Saturday, State Rep Jean Wu is coming to train us. And if anybody in the so-called free world is listening, you are welcome to join us tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock at Carnegie Library in Houston. And everybody's invited to go with us to Lobby Day. This year we're going to lobby on, And there's some good bills that would help death row. And we're going to definitely lobby day is Tuesday, April 8th, because I found out that's when the House Criminal Jurisprudence Committee has hearings, although they don't announce what they're hearing until like 5 days before. But anyway, there's actually a bill to raise the age from 18 to 21 for executions. There's a bill, a state rep has a bill to limit solitary to 3 days. And if your infraction involves violence, then 10 days. And that would be wonderful.
What's the max? Do they have a max?
I don't think so. I mean, death row's been in solitary for 25 years.
Yeah, and I think Brittany was talking about a gentleman who's been there for 49 years. Not on death row, but in restricted housing.
In general.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that bill would affect everybody in TDC. And even if they doubled what she's proposing, it would still be her name is Terry Mesa, and she's kind of a middle-aged looking woman. I forget where she's from, but bless her heart.
I was reading something somewhere earlier today where they were talking about 115 days. That would even be better than what they got. Yeah, that would be better than what they got now, even.
Right. Because Ad-Seg, solitary, whatever they call it.
But they'd find a way around. I mean, I hate to be so negative, but they'd let them out and put them in a different type of restrictive housing and then put them right back in there for another 115. They play pretty cool.
I remember when death row was at the Ellis unit, solitary is 15 days. But they'd take them out for a day and put them back in.
Yeah.
So, God, what's a bunch
But
of
that's why we need the oversight bill to go through. So that way we would, it'd be an open book. Need some transparency.
Do you have time to tell me what the oversight bill would do? Or are people waiting?
No, we have a few callers coming in, but an oversight bill would be where an outside agency, a third party, would actually be able to keep track of what all's going on. An outsider looking in. So it wouldn't be like it's all the incarcerated individuals' families looking in, or all the advocates looking in. It would be a third party, like the legislature or a congressman.
Do you know the bill number or who sponsored it, who authored it?
Brittany was talking about it earlier. Linda, do you know what number that bill is, the oversight bill? Yeah, she was supposed to send me some stuff later on so I can put it on the prison show page, and I'll make sure that I send you that number.
Oh, yeah, do that, because that would help everybody.
Yeah, that's
wouldn't that be nice?
It sure would, wouldn't it?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So we're going to have lobby training the next 2 Saturdays, and then we're going to go lobby on it Tuesday, April 8th. So I hope we've been lobbying for about 20 years, and we've made a few gains, but they got some redneck suckers in there now that Abbott's holding on to. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, if we don't struggle, we're not going to make any progress. So we're going to keep fighting.
Did we lose
well, I guess.
It's Senate Bill 37.
Oh, it's a Senate bill. Okay, SB 37. I will look it up right now.
Don't they usually have the flip side at the House? They got a different number for the House, but it's usually like a flip side. Yeah.
I'm going to get online and check it out, and I'm going to put it on my list that I get notices about.
I'm going to send you this article out of the Texas Tribune while I'm thinking about it.
Is that about the bill?
Yep.
About the oversight?
Sure is.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, do that.
All right.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you, Miss Gloria. We appreciate you shouting.
All right.
Glad you made it home. And looking forward to that young man pitching another game. Maybe going to the Little League. They got a World Series, right? The Little League World Series.
Yeah, they do, actually.
We got high hopes for him.
He's in third grade, but he's already planned which middle school he wants to go to because it has a baseball team.
Huh.
So,
all right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, ma'am.
All righty. Bye-bye.
And I think Miss Trish is back on the line. She's been having a few issues trying to get into us. Miss Trish, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, go ahead and make your shout out.
Hello. So I want to say hello to my husband, Jeremy Blake. I love you so much, so very much. And I want to say hello to my friend G, who is at the Smith unit, and tell him, God bless. Keep your hopes up. And I have a friend, Justin, who's at the Hughes unit as well, with my husband. And I want to say hey to him. And that's it. I just want to tell everybody out there, God bless you all. Keep your heads up, one day at a time.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. And I think we're going to go to Miss Caitlin.
This is a shout out for Beto Garza in Plonsky. Hey Boo, how are you? I hope that you're in good health, spirits, staying safe, and that you're in good health and spirits. As for me, all is good here. Yeah, the sun is shining, so yay. I'm not too long home from work, and I am just here with Daytona, and she is snuggled up here on the couch having a little snoozer. Morgan was also around. He was actually outside waiting for me to come in for his dinner. So yeah, I fed him, and he is happy. He's gone off on his travels, cruising around, and yeah, Buddy is good. He says howdy. I am in work tomorrow. So everything else, yeah. Please know that you're in my heart, thoughts, and prayers. And I want to thank you for sharing your life with me, and know that you mean the world to me. So, good night, sweet dreams, and stay safe. And to the other guys, Eric, Mark, Blaine, Will, Debo, Moy, and Rudy, hope you all are doing good and keeping well and staying safe. So, good night, y'all, and yeah, chat later. And to everybody at the prison show, a big, big thank you for making this happen.
Thank you so much. Who you got over there, Miss Leslie?
Hey.
How you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm out here making my commissary money.
Oh, I thought somebody said you were out there hula hooping.
Hula hooping?
Yeah, I saw.
What do you mean?
I saw it on Facebook. Somebody said you wouldn't be so tired if you hadn't been hula hooping so much.
Hula hooping? Oh, okay. Like no, that's not me. I'm 10 toes down. Anyways, shout out to my little sugar pom-pom. What's crazy is while I was, anyway, Sugar Pom-Pom, I love you. He's kind of under the weather. There's a lot of sickness going on at the Styles unit. I'm just letting you know. Anyways, yeah, when I was on hold, oh my gosh, I'm like in Brazoria County, I'm on 288 now, but I just turned northbound from Highway 6 to 288 northbound, right? And this dude ran into the side of the wall and just kept on going, so that kind of startled me. But I'm still drinking my little Starbucks melon burst spritzer. I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to get this money. And I want to shout out to my Sugar Pom-Pom again. I love you. I hope you're feeling better. And everybody at PDCJ, if you know you're sick, don't cough in your hands, because when you cough in your hands and you open a door, you're still or touching things, you're still spreading germs. Cough in the fold of your arm and wash your hands.
You know what
Please,
the worst thing is? When they go through the chow hall and they grab that handrail that all the way through there, and they've been sneezing on their hands and stuff. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, whenever I was down there, we learned not to touch the handrail because they had a really bad staph infection. They probably still do. But I mean, you get it from touching everything, so just don't touch stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, just wash your hands.
Every time you think about it.
And
yep.
Take care of your hygiene. You know, if you take care of your hygiene, you start feeling better about yourself. You know, you're going to be like, ooh, my armpits smell like zest. or should I say white rain? Is that what the shampoo is? Or the body wash?
Well, everybody
Anyways.
don't have that privilege. Some folks have to use that TDC soap.
The little green bar soap that dries out your skin.
They come in different colors now. You can get blue, and I've seen pink and green and yellow.
Oh, okay. All right, well, everybody at TDCJ, keep your head up. And Patrick, please. Ooh, I shouldn't even have said that. Anyway, Sugar Pom Pom, 10 toes down. I love you. I'm working late tonight, driving this Uber to try to get you some commissary money since your family won't. Anyways, yeah, I just made that comment. Anyways, I love you. Bye. Bye, Prison Show.
Thanks,
Thank
Miss
you.
Leslie. Have a good
All
night.
right.
Be careful.
Uh-huh.
Let's go to Caliungo.
Hello to everyone on the Prison Show. Greetings from Uganda, East Africa. It really has been a sad week about the executions which took place in Arizona and Louisiana. May their soul rest in peace, and may God continue blessing their families and keeping them strong. I want to send my shout out to my brother Franklin Davis, beautiful Mom Linda, David, Francis, and Peter. Goodbye. Have a blessed weekend, all the listeners.
That's pretty cool. You hear the birds chirping in the background. Thanks, Caliungo. How about Kiki?
Hi, this message is for Rodney Reed at the Polanski unit. Hey Rodney, it's Kiki. Just calling in to let you know I'm thinking of you and missing you. I hope you're doing okay and staying warm. Me and the kiddies is doing the same. I've been doing okay, just been a little sick. Past 3 days, nothing serious, just a small head cold and sore throat. I guess Doug has been sick too. I haven't even seen him for a while. I just been staying in as much as I can, resting and watching movies today. Maybe eat some soup and get some rest. Anyways, I will be thinking of you tonight at 9 p.m. your time. Don't forget. I hope you have a great weekend. Rodney, I love you and I miss you so much. Thank you, President Show, and everyone out there listening. I hope you guys all have a great weekend and great week. Thank you.
Then we got Miss Lau.
Hola, mi nombre es Lau y quiero que hoy recibas estas palabras con el corazón abierto porque no vienen de mí, sino de un Dios que ama más de lo que te puedes imaginar. Sé que hay días en los que el peso del pasado, los errores y las circunstancias parecen aplastar la esperanza. Días en los que te preguntas si Dios aún te escucha, si aún te ve. Pero quiero recordarte algo poderoso. Dios nunca se ha olvidado de ti. Él te creó con un propósito, con amor y con un destino que no termina en estas cuatro paredes. No importa lo que el mundo diga de ti, lo que la gente piense o lo que tu pasado refleje. Dios no te define por tus errores, sino por su amor inagotable. Levanta tu mirada. No te dejes que la culpa o la vergüenza te roben la identidad que Dios te ha dado. Eres su hijo, eres su hija, su creación amada. Él tiene el poder de transformar tu dolor en un testimonio, la oscuridad en la luz y la derrota en victoria. Ora, cree, camina con fe, porque Dios está contigo en cada paso. No estás solo, eres amado, eres perdonado y tienes un propósito. Tu historia no termina aquí. Dios aún tiene mucho más para ti. ¡Ánimo! Lo mejor está por venir. No matter what life throws your way, God is unchanging, unwavering, and ever faithful. His promises are not just words on a page. They are living truths and that stand through every trial and every triumph. He goes before you. He fights for you. He strengthens you, and he fills your heart with peace. When the world shifts like sand, his word remains a rock beneath your feet. Trust him, because when God says he will, nothing can stand his way. Have a blessed night, and I love you all. Goodbye.
Thanks, Miss Lau. We appreciate you every week. I see you're on the video out there, and we appreciate you. You're passing around the phone number, and that's really cool. So we do have some open lines. I'd like to repeat the phone number. I know we put it out on online all the time, but it's 713-526-5738. Option number 2 for shout-outs. I believe you can still go to option number 1 and give a donation if that's what you do. I would like to remind you that we are listener-sponsored radio. So at any point in time, I mean, I know a lot of people, whenever we were having pledge drive, would say, well, whenever I get paid or whenever I get my taxes back or whatever the case may be, you can always call 713-526-5738, option number 1, and remember to let them know it's for The Prison Show. We're listed under the T's. I didn't name it. Ray Hill named it, and I know it probably drives Miss Terry Leclerc crazy, or the librarian down the road, but it's under the T's for The Prison Show. You got Remy over there? Hey, Remy.
Hey, I only got a few more minutes because I got Christopher Love on the end with me, and he's got a few more minutes before this phone's going to hang up. So we'd like to shout out to the Pulaski unit, everybody on death row, Tex, Debo. Who else, Chris?
I just want to shout out to everybody on death row. Y'all keep y'all head up, man. I'm in the county jail, chilling. I missed the taco because I don't got no hot pot here or no coffee, but I'm alright. But I just want to tell y'all, keep y'all heads up down there. I would name everybody, but I don't think I got enough time for all that. Thank you, Prison Show.
Anytime. Y'all call us back, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Yep. And for those of y'all that don't have a hot pot, I'm sure your homie next door, if he can get you some. But I tell you what, there's been many a day and many a night I've drank it John Wayne style. As long as you have some water and you can get it to stir up. But I can tell you all my secrets, but we used to make stingers down there. You to get you some razor blades and whatnot. But don't get yourself in trouble. Just drink it John Wayne. It'll still give you a good buzz and let you do some push-ups. Yeah, it's off over there, Miss Linda. You can let them go. I think I'm going to go and see what Mysterious Mike's up to.
Hello, this is Mysterious Mike doing his shout-outs for the Prison Show. Here's my shout-outs. The guys in Texas, Guy Alexander, Jamie Cuppett, Stephen Russell, Stephen McGee. Shout-out for Philip Perez. Shout-out for Matt, Thomas, Edward Ruiz, Adam Wilkerson. Shout-out for Oz. Shout-out, Tasha wants me to do a shout-out for Payday. Shout-out for Keith Money. Shout-out for Haas. Shout-out for Aaron Vasquez. Shout-out for Curtis Robertson. Shout-out for Blaine Milam. Shout-out for Bill Simmons. Shout-out for Wayman Lee Cart. And a special shout-out to Clarence Lee Bowman. And I hope everybody enjoyed the first day of spring yesterday, the vernal equinox. And it's going to start warming up. But everybody enjoy spring and the last part of the Houston Rodeo. And you can write in care of David Collingsworth for Mysterious Mike. And now back to the Prison Show. Adios.
Thanks, Mike. Ebony. Yep, Ebony. I texted her. She was on the video a while ago. Hey, Ebony, how you doing?
Hello. I'm okay, thank you.
You make a shout out?
Yes. Well, first I wanted to and this is what it gives me first. I wanted to wish you all a happy birthday, Prison Show, and thank you for all that you do. And I'm not for sure if any of the guys are listening to tonight. So I'll probably call again next week. We're willing, but I just want to send a shout out to the guys on death row and all of those at Oklahoma State Penitentiary, and just to say I love everyone and keeping everyone in prayers, and just send condolences on the loss yesterday of Spud Wendell Grissom was executed in Oklahoma, and just sending hugs and all my love and prayers out for everyone, and hope everyone keep their heads up and prayers for moratorium and eventually abolition. And that's all really all I want to say. And thank y'all.
Thank you. We appreciate you calling in.
Thank you. Have a blessed
You too.
weekend.
Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
you. Happy birthday again.
Oh, thank you so much.
And thank you for all y'all do.
Oh, well, we wouldn't have it any other way.
Amen.
Amen.
Have-
Did you? You got a shout out, Miss Linda? We'll turn your mic up over here.
Okay. I've got a... Jordan, April 6th. Eric Williams, April 7th. Harvey Urban, April 7th. Howard Guidry, April 15th. Richard Vasquez, April 17th.
You know, I don't know that you're actually broadcasting. It's like...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you should use this other mic. Or use my mic. It doesn't matter. I'm not sure why, because their lines aren't going on, and I can't hear you in my headphones. Even though it's turned on, for some reason it's not working. I wonder if it's plugged in. Yep, it's not working right. You want to try and come over here?
Okay.
We'll do it on mic 2?
Okay.
Yep. Well, I tell you, we got gremlins.
I know.
Okay, I
There
want to
you
say
go.
happy birthdays to Clarence Jordan, April 6th, Eric Williams, April 7th, Harvey Urban, April 7th, Howard Guidry, April 15th, Richard Vasquez, April 17th, Ronald Pibble Jr., April 18th, Ronald Hamilton, April 21st, and Aurelie Escobar, April 23rd. So happy birthday, guys. Let me get the phones now.
We're pulling double duty up here. We appreciate you guys, and I got some shout outs to make too while she's taking that phone call. You know, the prison show has went nationwide, and we're in 45 states, and we get a lot of guys and gals that call us or email us or text us, and we appreciate you letting us know that you can hear us and that you appreciate the show. And I'm sorry that I'm not a big pen pal kind of guy. I don't write all the time. I work full time. I got a business, and then we do the show. And we appreciate hearing from you. But, you know, Linda or Dani or somebody may have more time to write you. And I appreciate hearing from you, but I'm just not a pen pal type of guy. And so just continue to let us know that you're hearing us, and let your cellie know or whatever. And let your families know to call us and send shout outs. Ronald Allman over in West Virginia, Steve Drayton in Tennessee, Michael Flores, he's in Tahoma County, California, Franquan Hayes over in Marion, North Carolina, Matthew Hoover in North Carolina. You got to turn the page. Come on, David Wayne. Sounds like I'm whispering, but yet my line's way up over in the orange, so I'm not sure why. Who says I'm whispering? So we've got James McElrath, Erlen McKay. I'm making shout-outs, Linda. Daniel Lipscomb, Akeem McKiver, James McElrath, Erlen McKay, Curtis Otto, Maria Pena, Jaime Quijano, Jaron Reasonover, Montana Ruckman, and John Thomas. Let me turn the page again. I've got Kyle. Where'd you go? Kyle Triplett, Hakeem Tyson, Juan Vertigo, Travis Walters, and David Weller.
No.
Travis Fletcher. I know Maria Pena, but I can't find that other page. But we appreciate you guys. Look, Tiffany Cheeks. Y'all, we really appreciate you tuning in. Let your cellies know that we are on the tablets. Let your families know they can call us to shout out. And the number is 713-526-5738. We still got quite a few minutes left. And Linda's having a good conversation on the phone over there. And I think what she was referring to is whenever you were talking on that mic over there, you sound like you're whispering because I barely had a green line. That's why I made you come over here. But mine looks like it's working pretty good. So it is the Prison Show's birthday, and we're 45 years old, and we appreciate everything that you guys do.
So you say David's whispering, not it wasn't.
Linda, can we? There's a lot going on with the leash and all that stuff, and we're not. Evidently, we're in Houston. We're not in Austin. So we can't just go up there and do all that, but that's why we're a platform for all those that can do that, and we appreciate everything. If you have any news that we can use, of course, get on our Facebook page and get over to our messenger and let us know what's going on. I noticed that Abe and them, man, there's so much going on in the death penalty world that it's scary. I was looking at Abe's page earlier, and they had executions in Florida and executions in Louisiana. Well, I sure miss Dani. She's always got that list of news you can use, and she could have sent us some of it, but I'm going to look up and see what's going on in the world of the prisons, because there's always some kind of prison news going on.
A death row inmate killed at a
You
conjugal
got-
visit in California.
We can't hear you if you're not sitting up on the microphone. Why don't you come over here and we'll turn that microphone on and we can talk together.
Well, I saw today in the paper that they have conjugal visits in California, and an inmate killed a woman during her visit with him. So I think it's stopping over there.
The conjugal visits?
Yeah, it's going to stop. Yeah, that's what they were saying.
So
I don't know why he killed her, though. I don't know what happened.
yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. I think we're too close together for some reason. Yep. Man, we got too many gremlins.
I don't know.
So there's got to be some Texas news going on. It's giving me all the old news. So what's going on in your world? Whenever you write me or whenever you get on the messenger and you send us messages, let us know what's going on. And some of you guys have sent us some advocates. We're going to get Megan back on here. And we're trying to reach out and get other news that's going on. We've actually joined some of the Facebook page that's in your area so that we can get some of that. We got Alabama going on. We got California going on. I've seen Tennessee, and I've seen Illinois, and I've seen Indiana. Somebody was talking earlier about how all the gang members got sent over to, what was that, El Salvador? And they had that, it's a big time shoe. What was the name of that prison, Linda? Do you remember that? Cocet, C-O-C-E-T.
Yeah, Cocet.
And I mean, the bunks are just metal bunks. They have no pillow. They get a sheet. There's no TV. There's no nothing. You just sit there like a bump on a log. And I mean, that's really bad. And then the president over there he said, hey, you can send all your people. We'll take all your people. So a lot of people are afraid that Trump's going to send everybody that's been incarcerated for so many years in our shoes or whatever they're called, send them over there, which would not be right. Family demands answers after a mother is found dead during a visit. I'm not sure how you could be found dead during a visit, but that's kind of weird. There it is. U.S. deports hundreds of Venezuelans to that Supermax. and that's in El Salvador. A woman received life plus 27 years in prison. So I'm not sure how you can get 27 years above life. You can only live so long, but the world is just going kind of whacked out. And I don't know what else to say. How can you keep sentencing everybody to death? I mean, we've talked about this before. I'll be honest, whenever I first started getting involved with the prison show, I had a girlfriend that got involved with the prison show, and I was like, why are you going down there and doing all that? Now it's became my lifestyle. But I didn't know what to believe about the death penalty because I was, I thought it was an eye for an eye. I thought that was the way to go. I thought that's what you had to do. I mean, if you killed somebody, you deserve to die. But, I mean, if your kid steals something, do you steal something from your kid to teach him? I mean, if your kid bites you, are you of the school that you need to bite your kid in order to teach him not to bite you? I mean, that's kind of what we're doing here. Somebody killed somebody, so you want to kill them. You know, I don't know. I would think that it would be better, it'd be more satisfying to me if I really hated somebody and I thought they had done me so wrong, if I keep them alive for a lot longer. I get more satisfaction out of doing that. And then if you just want to be of the school that, hey, look at how much money the states spend to kill people. And then we find out maybe they didn't do it after they're already dead and it's too late. I thought that the law was supposed to be that you, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Isn't that what it is, Linda? It's beyond a shadow of a doubt, but yet we have lots of doubts. Man, I wish Manuela would have called in tonight. We kind of miss her.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a perfect case there, Robert Robertson. I mean, there's a lot of doubt in that case. And Rodney Reed. I mean, look at the officer that did the charges against Rodney Reed had the victim's panties for over a year in his garage. Why would you keep somebody's panties in your garage for over a year if it was all on the up? Wouldn't you want all that evidence to be put on the case and be preserved properly so that you could actually get a good conviction and not have a questionable conviction? I mean, why would you keep somebody's panties in your garage for a year? That's kind of weird. Really weird. So, I'm not sure what else to say tonight. There's just so much going on in the world, and everybody is sick. And Leslie made a good point about that, guys. You need to wash your hands, and if there's a piece of soap in that bathroom, then pick it up and rinse it off, and it's a brand new piece of soap once you rinse it off. I mean, you think it's nasty because it's slimy, but it's still going to clean your hands. Wash your hands as often as you can. Don't touch stuff, man. You walk around and you grab the doorknobs, you grab the handle in the chow hall. I've seen the guys that they just walk down the hall and have their hands just sliding down the brick in the old red brick buildings. Man, just be more thoughtful because that's how we pass all those germs around. Whenever you sneeze, she's right, man. Sneeze in your elbow or something. Cover your face the best that you can. And I don't know if you can still get masks, but I was talking with somebody earlier today about the allergies, and I still get allergies, and I take allergy medication. So if you're sneezing, you happen to have any other germ besides just allergies, you just pass it along. So be a little bit more cautious. Be a little conscientious. That's a good way to put it. Miss Dani, we sure did miss you. I kind of wish you would have called in for a shout out or something, but I know you really feel bad. She feels bad for not being here. She texted me earlier, said how bad she felt for not even being here or not calling in or anything. And I mean, it's understandable. We all get sick from time to time. So just do the best you can and get as strong as you can. And we'll see you next week. But in the meantime, we still got like about 3 minutes. You can write us at The Prison Show, 226 Chipmunk Trail, Shepherd, Texas, 77371. As Dani likes to say, it's Shepherd America. And we didn't make that up. It's a sign, and we see it all the time. If you've never been to Shepherd, Texas, then you'll understand why they call it Shepherd America, because it's Dee Dee and I fell in love with it. It's 68 miles away from here, but once you get out there, it's a whole different world. And we're out there by ourselves, and we really love it. And Miss Linda drives all the way out there. Miss Linda drives a lot further than that, don't you? She lives over by Waco, Texas, and she drives back and forth all the time. So, what am I missing, Linda? I know I'm missing something.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been a good show. We really appreciate you guys tuning in. Skyla Dawn. I think Skyla Dawn now has a show before us, and then she has one after us. So she has the show before us, but then after us, after we get out of here, Damage Control is going to be coming on. So you guys stay tuned for Damage Control with DJ Chill and Skyla Dawn. And Skyla Dawn's really doing good. And I really enjoy listening to Skyla Dawn. And we had her on the show not too long ago. Maybe we ought to get her back on the show. You never know. Prison U.S. News, thousands of alleged sexual abuse in the youth detention centers. I just can't get over how many states are abusing our kids. I mean, the kids did wrong. They're in the youth centers, but that's the prison pipeline. I mean, they go, and then we want to abuse them, or we want the guards to abuse them. It just don't make no sense. 1 out of 2 who escaped from Colorado immigration detention has been found. There's a week-long lockup of the European tourists at U.S. borders. I mean, Trump's really locked down everything, hadn't he? I mean, he just... And then I heard that Canada and Mexico is locking their borders, trying to make it hard on everybody to just travel back and forth. And I get it. I don't understand. It's America. We're the greatest American melting pot. We're all here. We all love each other. But yet we want to lock everything down and point fingers at everybody else. So it's just a sign of the times, I guess. You guys, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, stick with Skyla Dawn. And she'll be coming up next with Damage Control. In the meantime, y'all have a good night. We really appreciate you tuning in.